It's time. The roadmap for Season 1 for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has just dropped, so we've got all of the new information for Black Ops 6 multiplayer, Warzone and Zombies, as well as some of the new weapons and operators and things like that that are coming to the game. And this is all coming to the game next week, so next Thursday, November 14th. I haven't looked through any of this yet, so in this video I'm going to take you through everything that you need to know. And for once, normally I'm not interested in some of the modes in Call of Duty for the last couple of years, but now I'm interested in all of them, so we're going to go through multiplayer, then zombies, then Warzone, and I haven't seen any of this yet, so it's going to be my honest reactions to everything that we're seeing. So let's get started. The roadmap is up here and it looks pretty exciting. There's a lot of stuff that we already kind of know about, so there's the 3 new maps that had already been shown off before in that little video. There's the new Area 99 map, and then a little bit about Urzikstan and Rebirth Island returning. Ranked play is coming. It says in season. For some reason I thought that was the beginning of Season 1, but apparently it's not. A new multiplayer wildcard, new perk, a new score streak, and then some new stuff that's in Zombies, including a brand new map. It looks like we are heading back to Avalon. My idea about it being Liberty Falls was wrong. We've got a couple of new operators and what looks like an absolute bunch of new weapons, including a power drill, which is a little bit odd. Anyway, let's get started and go into the details. So the first kind of section is multiplayer, and we've got 3 new maps coming. So there's Hideout, which is this one. It's a mid-sized multiplayer map that they're saying. Looks like lots and lots of cover. Same kind of style, I think, as a lot of the maps that we've had before. I think all of these maps are going to take place in Avalon, so they're all kind of maybe part of the future Warzone map, if that actually happens. Worth noting that, as far as I can tell, there's no mention of Avalon being a new Warzone map in here. So if it is coming, it's not coming in Season 1 by the sound of it. But yeah, so there's Hideout, which, you know, fine. There's Heirloom, which is a much smaller map, so this is going to be the new Strike map, so useful for gunfight and people who like playing face-off, I guess. Looks really cool, like all the lighting and stuff like that, and the reflections looks really awesome. A little bit different. It reminds me a little bit of the museum map from Modern Warfare 2. I guess kind of similar. And then there's Extraction, so this is another medium-sized map. No big maps, which kind of surprises me, because a lot of people thought, okay, there's loads of really tiny maps in Black Ops 6 out of the launch maps. I think a lot of people, me included, expected them to release 1 or 2 much bigger maps, so, you know, you can get some of the sniping and stuff like that in. But these are all small maps, really, you know, 2 medium-sized maps and 1 small map. So this is an area that we've seen really clearly on the Avalon, the bigger map. Reminds me a little bit of like Stronghold or Security from Rebirth Island, but you've got the kind of port control up there, so a little bit of an overlook area over there, some massive exposed helipads, and then some different buildings to go into. Oh, and some cool helicopter under rug with all of its rotor blades folded back. I've seen the helicopters do that before. That's so cool, seeing helicopter rotor blades all folded in one direction. I think it looks cool anyway. And then there's some remasters. So there's Hacienda, which is a Black Ops 4 map. A Black Ops 4 map that I really liked, so I'm really happy that we're getting that. I didn't know that we were getting Hacienda. So yeah, that looks really, really cool. I'm not sure if there's much we can see in terms of details. You can see the fountain there and then the massive room at the front. That's kind of cool. And then we're also getting Racket, which is a brand new Strike map. And this is going to be coming, I think... Yeah, both of these are going to be coming in Season 1 Reloaded. So we're also going to be getting Racket, which looks like it's in the vault underneath the casino. I'm surprised we haven't had like a proper map inside the casino yet. And then Nuketown Holiday. So they're starting to do the variations of maps, getting us primed for that. Remember, at the end of Modern Warfare 3, we had, I think it was 8 different versions of Shipment, 9 if you included the one that was on Rebirth that you could fly around. It got a little bit crazy. But we're getting a Nuketown Christmas one. It says Treyarch will also be adding a little something to the original Nuketown map with this update, and maybe to the Warhead Strike map. That sounds like Easter eggs to me. That sounds like maybe there's going to be Easter eggs in these different versions of it. That would be cool if every variation had its own Easter egg. Then I'd be much cooler with the variations. But that's pretty cool. We've got a load of new maps. Then we've got a brand new multiplayer mode called Ransack. So it says Ransack sees you looting gold bars from crates dotted around the area of operations on 6v6 maps, and then once you've gathered them, you have to secure them by bringing them back to your team's stash. And the enemy team can actually raid your stash. That's kind of interesting. So it's got a combination of a few different modes we've seen before, but you run around, get gold, bring it back to your stash, and you can consider like raiding the enemy stash or defending your own stash as well. That sounds kind of cool, especially if you're in an organized team. I think that could be really cool. We're getting prop hunt. This is super exciting. Prop hunt, something we haven't had for a while now. For anyone who doesn't know, prop hunt, some people are hunters and they need to find the other players, and the other team are props basically. They spawn in as an object on a map and you can move around and freeze into position, and the hunters are obviously just looking for things that are out of position, so you need to fit in as well as possible. Super fun. I hope it's coming to private games too, because that would be really cool. But it looks like we're getting that in Season 1 Reloaded, which is very cool. And then it looks like there's also some festive limited time modes coming for Christmas, which is what you'd kind of expect. Then some additional loadout content. So we're getting a new perk, Shadow, which means you're undetectable to enemy traps and mines. You'll be able to run past mines. I have seen quite a lot of people get killed by spring mines in this so far. I'm not sure if I would take it as a perk though. I'm not sure if it's that important. We're also getting Shrapnel Radar, which means if you deal blast damage to enemies, it'll reveal them on your minimap. This includes any enemies affected by area of effect, tacticals, lethals, and field upgrades. I feel like that's going to be quite effective, you know, if you throw something that has a lingering tactical effect like the smoke grenade, and then that's going to ping up everyone who you throw the smoke grenade at on the minimap. That could be super useful for things like search and destroy. You know, just throw it on the bomb or something like that, and then you'll get flagged up if anyone comes into the smoke. That's kind of interesting. We're also getting the hand cannon back. So only 900 points, that's not too bad. And it's massively powerful handgun. So it'll be a handgun, it's a one-shot kill. And it's got slow rate of fire, limited ammunition, but good handling, improved hip fire accuracy. Normally, I think there's quite a lot of like aim assist with it. So you don't need to be that accurate, but you'll still probably get kills. So that could be pretty cool. And then we're getting a wild card with High Roller, which allows you to equip a 4th score streak. That's a good idea. Hadn't thought of that. Sounds pretty cool. So lots of new stuff there. And then we are getting ranked play as well. So it says in the launch window, we're not going to get it on November 14th. We're going to get it the week afterwards on November 21st. So the Thursday after is when ranked will launch. Obviously, you get ranked skins. They look very nice, very fancy. Somehow, I don't think I'll be getting the #1 ranked skin, but very cool. So it sounds like it's going to be pretty much the same. It says, in Black Ops 6, your rank represents what was previously your skill division and tier. Earn SR and progress through 8 ranks, bronze all the way up to top 250. The progressive rank and victory stars system seen in previous ranked installments has been removed. That makes sense, because the previous rank thing was just about like how many games you'd played really. It didn't really tell you much. The division didn't. The division was the important thing, so that's fine. So I guess now when they talk about rank, they'll mean, are you silver, are you diamond, etc. That's the only thing I think anyone ever really cared about. So you still get SR, you gain SR of a win, you lose it if you lose SR if you lose. A new feature, map and mode veto. So before each ranked, you can do 3 map and mode combinations that are presented, and teams can independently vote to veto one of the options. That's kind of cool. I like that. And then there's also a new feature, forfeit. Vote with your teams at end of match early if your team's getting blown out or you've lost a teammate. If everybody votes for it to forfeit, forfeited matches count as a standard loss and do not result in SR penalties or suspension. So rather than just having to quit, which in ranked games, if you quit ranked games, you could end up, obviously you're abandoning your team, so you'd get a penalty or you wouldn't be able to match up for a while. Doing this, if everyone agrees to forfeit, then you can just leave. You still counts as a loss, but still. And it tells you then when you're allowed to forfeit. There's full parties of 4 can now play together in ranked play, regardless of their individual rank. So if you're a bronze and you want to play with someone who's in the top 250, you are now allowed. Previously, it was like, if you were bronze, I don't think you could play with people that were platinum maybe, or maybe diamond. There was some cutoff that was around 4 ranks, I think. I'm sure someone in the comments can tell me what that cutoff was. However, skill matchmaking will be based on the highest rank in the party. Makes sense. So if you're bronze and you go into someone who's top 250, you are going to be in top 250 games. It's not going to be an average or anything like that. And they've also adjusted the SR setback. So bronze or silver ranked players are not affected by seasonal setback. If you're in gold or platinum, you just go back to the beginning of that rank. And if you're diamond or above, so if you're in top 250, you will get reset all the way back to diamond. And no matter what your rank, each player's first loss of the day will be forgiven and not deduct SR. That's really cool. So you used to get that after you'd been promoted into a new division, but now it's like every day, the first time you lose, you don't lose SR. And it says this doesn't stack. You can't save them up or anything. So that's pretty cool. You still get the 3 games of loss forgiveness when you're promoted, but your first one of every day doesn't count if you lose. That's really cool. I like that because, you know, often when you come on, the first ranked game, you know, you're still warming up a little bit. I think that's a good idea. So these are the ranked play skins. They all look pretty nice. As always, I quite like the diamond skin. I like the blue a little bit more than all of them, except for, you know, champion looks insane. Anyone who has that skin is obviously going to be super impressive. But it looks like you do need to be number 1 to get it, which is pretty hard. Right. Let's move on. That's all the multiplayer stuff. Oh, we'll get to weapons and everything later. Let's move on to zombies. So there's going to be a full zombies reveal at mid-season. So during the Season 1 Reloaded blog post, that's when there's going to be more information, but they've got a little bit of extra information. So directed mode is going to be coming. I'm assuming this is coming at launch, at the very beginning of the season. So that means you'll be able to do the Easter eggs and all the objectives will be marked for you. And that's really interesting. The maximum round cap is 15. So once you get to round 15, I'm guessing zombies will keep spawning, but you won't be progressing. So the game won't be getting harder past then. That'll make Easter eggs way more accessible for people. And I think this is a really good thing. Like, we've had a few weeks of being able, or a couple of weeks of being able to do it in a challenging mode, and you can always not select a directed mode. And now, like, more people who maybe couldn't do the Easter eggs so far now can. Like, they'll be able to do it just with a group of their friends. They're not going to need to use a YouTube guide and look it up. They're just going to be able to experience it for themselves. That's awesome, especially when the Easter eggs are pretty much, you know, they are the main quest now. They are the story. It means people can experience the story without needing to follow guides and things like that. I think that's great. Super excited about it. It does say all side quests and SAM trials are disabled. So it's just about the narrative. So it's not going to help you do side quests. But yeah, I think that's really, really cool. I'm intrigued to see what it's like. I'll probably do a run through each Easter egg with that when all of this goes live. Then we've got the new map, giving a little bit Der Eisendrache kind of vibes, isn't it? Although it's in the daytime, which is a little bit strange. So Undead Terror comes to Avalon with Citadel de Mort, the castle of the dead, not dad, or Citadel of the Dead. So after the shocking revelations at the culmination of the Terminus main quest, Weaver, Mayor, Carver and Gray follow the uncovered clues to Europe and discover an abandoned castle, a Citadel of the Dead if you will, that offers up a host of something, ghoulish horrors, something, medieval village, something, with hidden something abound. So talking about the medieval village makes me think maybe a little bit more kind of Resident Evil 4 style. But yeah, that's really cool. Like, cool screenshot there. Looks exciting. It'll be nice having a big castle one. That's a bit more of an interesting setting, like not a military base for once. Although I wouldn't be surprised if there's a military base hidden away somewhere, judging by the big like radio antennae and stuff. But I think that's really, really cool. Something to be looking forward to. That's going to be releasing in the mid-season update, which we would expect, you know, beginning to mid-December. So a month after the season launches is normally when we get it. So around, you know, December 10th to the 15th, sometime, whenever the Thursday is around then, will probably be when that map drops. Super excited for that. That's not long to wait for a third map. Bear in mind in Black Ops Cold War, we were waiting ages just for a second map. To be getting a third map already, I think is absolutely awesome. Then it says fully equipped and fearsome foes in season, so we're getting a new perk with 6 new augments to unlock, which is pretty cool, which is also going to be put into Wonder Fizz machines in Liberty Falls and Terminus. No clues as to what that perk's going to be. An additional field upgrade. I wouldn't be surprised if the field upgrade was something that we've had before that they've taken away again. So like Ring of Fire or something like that. That would make sense to me that they would use those ones before they bring it back. Hopefully not that Tangled Growth one. That was rubbish. You know, it just made like vines come out of the ground. I thought that was terrible. Anyway, an additional ammo mod. I'm not sure what an additional ammo mod could be. What haven't we had? So we've got like the fire, the ice one, the brain rot, the electric one, dead wire. We've got the shadow one. What else could they add in that we haven't had? That's an interesting idea. Again, let me know thoughts in the comments. Not if it's a leak or something. I don't want to hear that stuff. 18 new augments, so it'll be the ones for all of those. 3 new gobblegums, the hand cannon, which will be a new kill streak type thing like it is in multiplayer, new wonder weapons, so we're getting more than one new wonder weapon, which is cool, and it says a new enemy type said to stalk the dark halls of the foreboding ruinous keep in Citadel de Mort. I mean, it looks like a mimic, doesn't it? It looks a lot like a mimic from Black Ops Cold War. Maybe it won't be, maybe it'll be something different, but it sure looks like a mimic. Anyway, that's all the zombie stuff. Like they said, we're going to get more in the Season 1 Reloaded blog, so in a month, we'll get a lot more information on all the zombie stuff. But super excited for that. That'll be cool. Now we can get onto Warzone. So obviously we haven't been playing Warzone for a while because I've been getting stuck into Call of Duty Zombies and playing a bunch of the multiplayer as well. Curious to see what's going on with Warzone. You can see here the sort of key art for Area 99 with the Nuketown bus and that cartoon character and stuff. Reminds me a bit of like Mr. DNA from Jurassic Park. Anyway, let's go through. That's always just a summary, so we'll go through the details. The user interface update, a fully integrated experience. So you're going to have a much anticipated UI update for Warzone. It will join in with the Black Ops 6 one, so I think you can instantly access Warzone from Black Ops 6. Right now, if you want to load Warzone, I think you have to like load Call of Duty and then load the Warzone launcher, and it's all separate, but it will all be joined together, which is awesome. And you have the Battle Pass and the store and everything in it. And hopefully the UI, yeah, it says there, the UI will be the same as the Black Ops 6 one, basically, which is great because I think the Black Ops 6 one's really good. I haven't had any problems with it, really. Then we have this new map, Area 99. That looks pretty cool. It's quite colourful, but in a weird, sort of still a bit washed out way. I really would like them to try and do a colourful Warzone map. I know they've said before it's about visibility, it's about being able to spot players and identify them quickly, but I would very much like to see what it would be like. Set against the unrelenting heat of the Nevada desert, Area 99, or more specifically the Echo Ridge Weapons Station, was a top-secret government site constructed in the 1950s, concealed from the public just miles away from the original Nuketown testing site. Designed to push the bounds of radiation testing and cement American dominance, the entire region was subsequently abandoned after an unfortunate reactor leak, and the project erased by the government. What's to bet we're going to be heading into that reactor for some kind of Easter egg? That would be my bet. So expect the gameplay to be fast and tactical as you go through blistering desert thing. Locations are linked via open sandfield trenches, pipework wiring. The central bullseye reactor is meant to be the hottest drop. There's a big crane holding an entire Nuketown house. So lots of points of interest and things like that there. I'm always just scanning through these. God, I hope there's not an Easter egg where you have to shoot every mannequin's head off, because it's like a million. Anyway, I'm always scanning through these looking for like a bunker door, or sometimes they'll say like something's redacted in the description, and that is normally where we'll head when we start doing Easter eggs. Like right now I'm like, that's interesting. There's a bit that drops down that looks a tiny bit kind of covered up there. I wonder what's down there. That's the sort of place I'll be looking. It says there, before being abandoned, it appears the military were testing nuclear radiation as a potentially world-changing weapon. ... As soon as they say the ... I'm like, what's that about? So maybe inside there, that looks like there's something inside that bunker. That could be something, I guess. We'll have a look, see whether there's something interesting in there. This is the actual bunker. A war room with annotated plans to uncover. That's interesting. And a mainframe where weapon system testing was recorded via cutting-edge tape technology. I don't know if that's just making a joke about how there's lots of those tape recorders that obviously are massively outdated now, or whether that is saying that there's something about the weapon testing, like that's part of the Easter egg. Who knows? There's an armory. Maybe there's something that we can unlock in an armory. That looks very cool. Like, you know, all the little machines, then these little like bits that look like codes at the top. Very interesting. Of course, like this will be the main thing I'll be doing. As soon as this all launches next week, so next Thursday, the first thing I'll be doing, probably with whoever, you know, from my normal group, like Flynn and Finley and Cobb and those people, whoever's about, we'll be looking for Easter eggs on this map. That'll be the first thing we'll be doing on stream. There's the reactor itself. Is it saying anything there? I don't think so. Any sort of secretive things? Cooling towers, the warehouse factory, manufacturing in the factory. Doesn't say too much else. Normally they put little hints in as to where the Easter eggs will be, and normally the hints are not particularly they're not particularly subtle, I would say. What's that? Each pod features a central pillar and elevator. Blah, blah, blah. Right, that doesn't look like there's too much. So I would guess if there is anything secretive, if there is any Easter egg stuff, it's gonna probably be in this bunker. That's my bet. That's the thing that seems the most suspicious to me. But we'll see. We'll have a look as soon as it all goes live. I'll be streaming on YouTube and Twitch, of course. Then in Season 1, we're also getting returning maps. So we're getting Urzikstan and Rebirth. Kind of interesting that it sounds like they're getting rid of Fortune's Keep and Vondel. Fortune's Keep, that's the second time they've got rid of it. Seems a little bit harsh, and Ashika isn't coming back. They do seem to like getting rid of maps. So now we'll just have Area 99, Rebirth Island, and Urzikstan. Kind of a shame. I do like Fortune's Keep, but I haven't played it for absolutely months, so maybe people don't really play it very much anymore. So it's saying there, the big map is the first of 2 returning large-scale locations you can drop into. This version of Urzikstan is the one you remember, with an intact from the earlier seasons of Modern Warfare 3. So they're kind of resetting it to where Popov hasn't been blown up and covered in green goo now. You can't get in the bunkers. They're getting rid of the bunker access, and they're getting rid of Superstore. That's a bit weird. I wonder if this is like a practical thing of the team that were working on making Urzikstan work in Warzone with all the Omni movement and stuff like that were doing work on that before they changed the Urzikstan map. So now they're like, oh, it's probably easier if we put it in the version of the map that we were testing, and sort of gone back to the original version of it. Don't know, it seems a little bit odd that they're getting rid of Superstore, so now there's just going to be a big empty space up in that part of it again, and getting rid of all the bunkers. Don't know, let me know what you think about that in the comments. I'm not sure. I don't mind, like, I don't think the bunkers and the Popov power station and stuff like that added a lot to it. I don't think Superstore was that interesting, but it's weird that they didn't make that many changes to the big map and now they're reverting all of them. That seems odd to me. Anyway, Rebirth Island is coming out. It says in launch window, so Urzikstan's going to be at launch in Area 99. Sounds like Rebirth Island is coming a little bit later, maybe, but that is coming in as well. I wonder if this won't have like the, you know, the tower falling down and stuff like that that used to happen in some games, and the submarine and stuff. I'd hazard a guess that stuff like that won't be happening in this. And then we're getting Battle Royale still, 120 players. Says it's similar to the mode they experienced, but this time you've got Omni movement and Black Ops 6 weaponry, so it doesn't sound like there's any other big changes. Resurgence is going to be on Area 99 and Rebirth Island, so I don't think anything's changing there. We're getting Plunder, so it does say the key difference is that players are no longer able to pick up and sell valuables because they've got rid of the backpack functionality, so that wouldn't work anymore. And then ranked play is coming mid-season, so it's coming Season 1 Reloaded. I honestly thought they said it was going to be coming Season 1 at launch, but oh well, it's coming back mid-season, so it's saying there'll be more intel on it in early December. So we'll have to wait a while to find out what's happening there. Skins look nice, the new ranked skins, they look fine. Not amazing, but they look fine. That's kind of cool. Again, this skin looks really cool, but only one bloody person's going to get it. Or is it everybody who has been #1? It doesn't matter, I'm still not going to get it. New cinematics. We're getting rid of graves. With a new map comes new methods to infill, as well as extricating you and your squad after a match. Expect brand new cinematic sequences, including times when you enter the gulag on the big map, as well as a more comprehensive winner's circle at the end of every match, showcasing similar information and emotive prowess by the winning squad to that on show in Black Ops 6 multiplayer. So you're going to be able to do your emotes and stuff like that. I think that's cool. I like that stuff. I think the emotes are funny. I know some people don't like them, but I think it's cool, especially at the end of a Warzone match. And it looks like we're getting rid of graves, which is awesome. That's really, really cool. Happy about that. Then there's going to be the loadout and weapons integration. So now the loadout menu is a little bit different. You're still going to have a primary, a secondary, and a melee. Is the secondary not going to be... Does it have to be a pistol? Or is there going to be a perk which will change it? So, loadout, primary, secondary, melee weapon. Everyone's going to have melee, which is going to be interesting in Warzone. I wonder if that's going to feel a bit overpowered sometimes. Tactical, lethal, 3 perks, and a wild card. Loadout notes. Primary weapons are assault rifles, battle rifles, SMGs, shotguns, LMGs, marksman rifles, sniper rifles, and melee, but just the Modern Warfare 2 melee. Secondary weapons are pistol and launchers. Melee weapons still done the same as they are in Black Ops 6. The firing range is the new firing range, which is cool. You can still use the global weapon builds. You can the gunsmith is a bit more streamlined. All weapons access the same streamlined gunsmith and attachments menu in Black Ops 6 multiplayer. That means there's 4 statistical categories, but with attachments specific to the game in question. So there will still be the aftermarket parts. That's going to be a mess. I really, really wish they weren't bringing over the weapons from Modern Warfare 2 and 3. I think it's going to be very confusing. But anyway, still happening. Oh well, we'll just have to deal with it. So there's going to be 136 primary weapons in the game, and then all of the attachments for everyone. That's insane. There's so many. Right, let's look at what gear is available. All of that seems pretty much the same. Gas grenade, snapshot. You can get the spy camera now. I'm not really sure if the spy camera is going to be that useful. But oh well, it's a thing. So nothing that interesting there. All of this stuff, sticky grenades, molotovs, combat axe. Yeah, the throwing axe is going to be there. And the throwing knife. The spring mine is just in there. Not a field upgrade or anything like that. It's kind of interesting. And the blast trap is going to be there. So all kind of stuff you'd expect. The field upgrades and kill streaks. So the kill streaks, is this not going to be all of them? In this iteration, expect field upgrades and kill streaks to be available in match at a buy station or as part of ground loot, as you'd expect. So this is the stuff that's going to be available. So field upgrades, munitions box, heartbeat sensor, deployable cover, portable buy, decon station, all of that stuff's there. Reinforcement flares are still there. Loadout drops are still there. Scrambler's war cry, which I guess is the thing that boosts you like it does in Black Ops 6. Utility box, recon drone, morphine injector. No bomb drone, or is that a kill streak? That'll count as a kill streak, won't it? I think that's all pretty similar. I don't really know what a morphine injector will be. And then available score streaks, UAV, counter UAV, precision airstrike, bunker buster, supply UAV, care package, cluster strike. So that's all pretty much the same, isn't it? Sentry turret's the same. SAM turret's new, so I guess that'll help to shoot down UAVs. That could be useful like in Final Circle and stuff like that. Foresight and the napalm strike. So no bomb drone, I don't think. I think the bomb drone is gone. That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure, can anyone spot any other big differences? I think the SAM turret's new, napalm strike is new, and the bomb drone is gone. I think those are the main changes. Then we've got the perks. Let's quickly see what the perks are. Does it have overkill? I don't think there is overkill. Maybe the... Oh yeah, there we go, overkill. I was about to say, it's a wild card. So overkill will still allow you to take in 2 primaries. But it's a wild card. I hope that Bandolier, Gunfighter, and Battle Ready are useful. Let's go see what they are. So these are all the normal perks. I'm not going to go through every single one individually, but it looks like they're pretty much the same. Sprinter can tactical sprint indefinitely, so that's a perk now instead of just picking up the tactical sprint shoes. That's not too different. Just checking, is there anything else that's super interesting? No, not really. And then Ghost is on there, undetectable by radar pings while moving still, so that's still just while moving. UAVs for bird's eye, instead of just showing the direction, I will still show the direction, but it also is 25% larger and detects players with Ghost. So even if you have Ghost, if someone else has bird's eye, you're still going to get seen. So that's a little bit weird. I always find bird's eye a bit weird, especially on maps with a lot of verticality, like it looks like Area 99 might, because once you get the arrows, you can't actually tell whether they're above or below you. I'm not sure if they've changed that for Black Ops 6 with the harp. I haven't really seen, but yeah, it sort of almost felt like it ruined it a little bit. It made it a little bit harder. Sense when enemies are nearby with alertness and tell when you are being aimed at by the enemy. That sounds like high alert, but with a little bit of a buff. Overkill lets you equip 2 primary or secondaries. So are any of these going to compete with that? Bandolier, you get a munition satchel, so a bit more ammo. Gunfighter, have 3 extra attachments. Battle Ready, your loadout provides a UAV and utility box. So I would say, obviously, Gunfighter's super useful, having 3 extra attachments, and Battle Ready coming with a UAV. Both of those are kind of useful. I can imagine someone equipping one of those, maybe, and then just picking up someone else's secondary rather than taking overkill. Maybe. Or going and getting 2 loadouts, maybe. So then getting your extra guns that way. Maybe that's how it's going to work. We'll see. Then there's lootable perks as well. There's additional perks that you can find with additional advantages. There's 6 of those to find. 4 of them are perks from the normal ones, and then 2 of them are only lootable, irradiated and shrouded. If you're dispatched during a match, your perks stay where they dropped and can be looted. Lootable perks will vanish. They can't be picked up by someone else. At the start of Season 1, the 4 pick-free perks that are also lootable will be chosen. They'll be the same every match. I think that's meant to be every. That's just a typo. But expect frequent rotations as seasons progress, where 4 new pick-free perks are updated into loot pool. Okay, that's fair enough. Just like ground loot guns are. So lootable ones are irradiated, which means you'll move faster in the gas and take less gas damage, and can put in armor in the gas, so you can't put in armor. It'll get interrupted by the damage if you're in the gas normally. And shrouded is the thing that drops a smoke grenade when you get down. So those are just things that you'll find. You can't equip them. And Specialist is also back. You can get it via a care package, via the care package skill streak. Oh, I hadn't really thought about the fact that care packages are new. Sorry, when I saw my kill streaks, I really missed out on the fact that care packages are new as well. So it's something that you can get. So that's pretty cool. And it gives you all of the perks and irradiated and shrouded. And someone else can pick it up after you die. And then there's the operators. So you're going to have 157 operators. So the 70 Modern Warfare 2 ones, the 61 Modern Warfare 3 ones, and then the new 26 Black Ops 6 ones. Kind of ridiculous. Oh, the Replacer is there. The Replacer wasn't on there before, was he? Is he new? I'm guessing he'll be in the bottom bit. But the Replacer is in there. That's pretty cool. You can see his picture there. But yeah, I don't know. So many operators. I know people buy the skins and they want to be able to use them in future games in Warzone. They don't like it when they can't use them anymore. But I would kind of like it if the game was just, you know, simplified a little bit and they got rid of all of that stuff. It doesn't matter so much with skins. It just makes the menu a complete mess. Sometimes I'll like unlock a skin and I have no idea what operator it's for. New combat features. So Omni Movement and Body Shield is coming into it, which is really cool. Emotes and sprays coming to it. I'm so happy emotes coming to it. I think that's awesome. And being able to put sprays around. So yep, sprays are back. I really enjoyed that before in the first Warzone. You know, if you were like camping in a room, we used to, for some reason, me and my friends were just used to spray the pig spray everywhere. So you could literally color an entire room pink. And if someone ran in, it would just look absolutely crazy to them. I think that's really fun. We now have the quick inventory, so they've removed the backpack, so now you can just keep cash. You have your gas mask, your armor, your kill streak, your field upgrade, so they've got a buy station, your primary, your secondary, and your melee, and then some ammo. And that is it. So satchels are returning to the game. So there's going to be an armor satchel that gives you more plates, or a munition satchel, which will give you more ammo that you can hold. In terms of progression, so it's saying there, at the start of Season 1, the similarly sized grind becomes available to Warzone players, so your player level will be reset to 1. I'm assuming that's not separate to Warzone. That's not separate to Black Ops 6. I'm assuming if you've been playing Black Ops 6, surely you keep going? I assume. I'm not really sure. I doubt everyone's player level is going to be reset to 1 at the beginning of Season 1. That would seem crazy. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I will be. I think that means your player level will be reset to 1 if you've just been playing Warzone and you haven't played Black Ops 6. So there's Prestige now. You can do all the Prestige Mastery stuff. There's lots of calling card challenges. There's also Dark Ops for Warzone, which I think will be really fun. That'll be really cool. There's the special camos that are just for Warzone, so that's really nice as well. And then there's the new Mastery camos as well, just for Warzone. So I think that'll be cool. And then it goes on to talk about some mobile stuff. I don't really care too much about Warzone Mobile. So let's skip over that. And now we can look at some of the new weapons. I was saying earlier, oh, I don't think they'll do another assault rifle because there's loads. Turns out they're doing another assault rifle. We're getting the Krig C. So that's an assault rifle that's going to be high damage and average handling. Recoil pattern starts very controllable before ramping up. So maybe a gun that'd be better off firing burst. I really hope they haven't just added another high damage, long range, easy to control assault rifle, which ruins Warzone every single season. It's just ridiculous, but that looks a bit like what they're going to do. We've got the SAUG, which is a new SMG. So it's a rapid fire SMG that's good for small spaces. So it's going to be a great hip fire thing, like burst into a room and use short range. Really looks like, I can imagine this just being the meta already. Just like, oh, people will have the Krig and the SAUG, and then they'll have something for range and something for up close. Maybe they'll be better at balancing this year. Who knows? Then there's the Maelstrom. So this is a new shotgun. It was only 2 shotguns before. Interesting that these ones are battle passes. So these 2 are battle passes. Then this one is an event one. But it is, yeah, event one. It's coming mid-season. So I'm guessing Season 1 Reloaded. We'll get an event that adds that. But this is a rapid-fire full-auto shotgun that has a little bit less power than the other ones. So we're getting a full-auto shotgun. Looks a little bit like the Sledgehammer, doesn't it? That kind of thing, maybe, that we had in Black Ops Cold War. There's the AMR Mod 4, which is a new sniper rifle. So this is the hardest hitting sniper rifle, just like a massive, like 50 cal type sniper rifle. The Syrian 9mm, so is this a new pistol? Yeah, it's a new secondary weapon. It's a foldable secondary weapon with full auto. That's apparently quite slow firing. Kind of interesting, just an automatic pistol. Looks kind of cool, looks very Cold War-y to me. And then a new melee weapon, the Power Drill. That's disgusting. I'm sure it's going to be lots of fun in zombies. It's a 2-hit kill, weird, with very short range but a very fast attack speed. And there's a mix of sweeps, jabs, and uppercuts, and a heavy attack that drills straight on. Gross. So that's going to be coming in season, and then that means normally in season, it's an event award, means before Season 1 Reloaded, and then mid season we're going to get the Cleaver. I'm really sad we're not getting the ballistic knife and a crossbow, because that means we're not getting sticks and stones, which is very sad. But oh well, then we're getting a Cleaver as well, which is going to be 1-hit kill, short to medium range, medium attack speed. So powerful. Then there's also going to be some new special weapon attachments. Of course, they had to have Dragon's Breath. You know, it's been a problem over and over again in Call of Duty, but let's put Dragon's Breath back in so we can get some fire rounds in shotguns. The buffer weight stock, the burst fire conversion for the XM4, and burst fire conversion for the compact. What's the weight stock do? Significantly smoother action, so more manageable recoil in sustained fire, but at the expense of ADS speed and aim walk movement speed. Probably won't use that then. You don't want to lose ADS speed and aim walk movement speed. I feel like that would be a bit of a nightmare. And then it's also saying weapon access feature, the Armory. So coming to Black Ops 6 multiplayer, zombies and Warzone is the Armory. Easily accessible from barracks to challenges, the Black Ops 6 Armory is a repository that provides access to previously missed loadout content from prior battle passes and events. So there'll be an Armory, and then you can unlock stuff that you've missed from other battle passes, events and challenges and stuff like that in there. Example, if you miss the chance to obtain one of the Season 1 weapons unlocked via an event, you'll be able to get it from the Armory later on. Fair enough, sounds kind of cool. It also works in Warzone only to earn XP to unlock any weapon from Modern Warfare 2 and 3 that you missed. So if you're just starting to play Warzone now, you'll be able to unlock the Modern Warfare 2 and 3 weapons. If the integration goes the way it did before, then the Modern Warfare 2 and 3 weapons will be trash, and only Black Ops 6 weapons will be worth using. I kind of hope that's the case, so everyone uses new weapons. That's a bit more exciting. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Then Season 1 events are starting up again, so we're going to have multiple events in this season, including one focused on zombies during the latter half of the season. So the first one is Hit List by the looks of it, in season sometime, so before the mid-season. So it's a limited event that gives players a board of contracts with one goal to take them all out. And looks like you get some special weapons. That's how you get the Power Drill by the looks of it. And that special secondary. And then you also get the perk that stops you from setting off mines through that, maybe? Bit weird. And then there's a Master Prestige menu, so there's an additional menu for Master Prestige, which showcases the rewards available to dedicated legends who are working to 1,000, and that's where you can go check out all of that stuff. The brand new Battle Pass system and Black Cell. So how's that going to be different? We've got the new Battle Pass. If you get the, if you buy the Battle Pass bundle, you get a 10% Battle Pass XP boost, the frag grenades, a special skin for frag grenades. I quite like it when they do stuff like that. It's a little bit different. A Fawn Legendary, do you think it's like Destiny themed? Legendary blueprint for the Tanto, Rose Goes Legendary weapon sticker, so a picture of a rose, and that cool Sev skin with the pink hair. I do think that looks really cool. That looks really good. So what's the Battle Pass like? It's booming with new content. So think of the Battle Pass as a book. So there's a new page system where you get the 2 front pages of instant rewards. One of them's Black Cell, one of them's normal. Then 100 in-game Battle Pass rewards across 14 pages, and a completion page that's already done. So they're getting rid of the map, basically. They're getting rid of that Battle Pass map. Each page contains a slight variation on following, around 6 item rewards you can get. So when you get onto the page, you can unlock any reward. This is just like Fortnite's Battle Pass, isn't it? Fortnite's Battle Pass, you get kind of pages. You have to get a certain number of the rewards, and once you've got them all, you can move on to the next page. Each page contains 2 free rewards. The rest of them you have to buy. There's a high value target, so once you've got all of the others, you'll get the cool thing like this blueprint. That is a nice blueprint, actually. Nice XM4 blueprint. I think that's cool. And when you've unlocked all of it, the page is complete, and then you can go on to the next one. Fair enough. And there's battle pass tokens, just like there are all the time. They work in a similar way to those in previous battle passes. So you have a token bank, that's all exactly the same. If there are specific tiers you're particularly interested in unlocking, you simply need to accrue enough battle tokens to unlock the page and its tier content. So if you have Black Cell and 20 tokens, the page 6 of the battle pass requires 18 more tiers to unlock. You simply spend your tokens to access the page and choose the 18 tier rewards from pages 1 to 6. Remember, there are 7 total tier reward unlocks per page, but only 5 tiers are needed to unlock each one. So basically, on a page, if there's something you don't want, like you don't want the sticker or the emblem, you don't actually need to get all of them. You can skip 2 on every page and carry on. Again, like Fortnite. I think on Fortnite you don't have to get everything, do you? Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. But yeah, so you just get 5 out of the 7 things, and then you can move on to the next one. Black Cell owners receive an added bonus for being able to unlock any Battle Pass page and start unlocking them. So that makes that makes Black Cell a little bit more attractive, that you can choose which page to unlock. So if there's like, say you start it off and you immediately want to go to page 3 because that's where one of the new weapons is, or you immediately want to go to 6 to get the Krig, Black Cell users can just start from there. So if you pay for Black Cell, you will get the new weapons quicker. I'll let you decide whether that's a bit pay to win or not. So in here it talks a little bit about all the stuff that you're getting in it. There's new operator skins for Bay and Maya, Bailey, Carver, Alvarez, Nazir, Rossi and Niran. The Sev operator with 4 different skins, the 2 weapons, although obviously you don't need to pay for that because they'll be free, and then a bunch of other stuff. Just curious here, are there any vehicle skins? There's finishing moves, there's emotes and sprays, which I'm happy about. No vehicle skins. I did notice towards the end of the Modern Warfare 3 year, they just stopped doing vehicle skins for some reason. They were always a little bit glitchy, they didn't always used to work straight away, and then they just abandoned them completely. We know there's vehicles, like we know in Area 99 there's motorbikes, they've shown that off in the trailer. It's interesting that they just seem to have given up on vehicle skins for some reason. I have no idea why they do that. It can't be because they just don't think they're worth anything, because they're still doing like individual gobblegums and like weapon stickers and stuff that people don't seem to care about too much. Why not vehicle skins? Oh well, doesn't matter. Then the Black Cell operator, as per usual, it's a bit over the top. Oh, but you do get, is that a finishing move with a pet hyena? They're bringing back the pets. We've got a pet hyena again. That's pretty cool. So that's what you get in Black Cell. Like a skin, weapon, it's all magma-y and crystal-y, and a pet hyena. The pet hyena, that's very, very cool. Like that. Additionally, Black Cell owners can expect to access page after page of additional exclusive rewards. So 7 special skins, 6 special blueprints. You can unlock any page that you want. You can just unlock all of them in any order you want. Exclusive access to Black Cell themed rewards in the events. I think that's new, isn't it? They didn't used to do that. And that's all that. They're just advertising the Vault thing. Oh, and then we've got the new operators. I think this is the final section. So we have Goliath in the Black Cell one with all of this magma-y, crystal-y type thing. We've got Savati. We've got Sev. We've got the Replacer. So he's in a bundle. You're going to have to buy the Replacer. You're not getting him in the Battle Pass, sadly. But you will be able to play him. Hopefully, is he actually an operator? I think he actually is an operator, which means he will have his own voice lines and stuff. Could be very funny. We'll see. CDL operators. Those just, yeah, that's going to be a store bundle again. Not too keen on the camo for that, but oh well. And then there's more store offerings. So there's the Replacer pack. So if you're if you buy the Replacer, you only get this skin. But if you own Black Cell and you buy the Replacer, then you get this one as well. That's a little bit cheeky, maybe. That's a little bit odd. I mean, if it helps, I don't really like this version of it very much. I much prefer the normal version. I like the fact he's wearing a suit. There's this cool goblin-y type thing, Draconic Forge Mastercraft, with a very, very fancy version of that gun. That's the new Sorg SMG. And there's one for the ASG 89. That is crazy. I'm glad they're bringing back Mastercraft weapons. The ones that you got Vault Edition all look completely crazy. That looks insane too. I bet it's got a cool weapon inspect or something. There's a new Tracer impact where that basically makes the XM4 look a lot like a Wonder-Off, doesn't it? But it's got gumballs in it. It's got like perk count in it or something. That's kind of cool. Is that a ray gun skin as well? Oh, yeah, ray gun blueprint. So the Zaptastic ray gun blueprint. So they are doing special Wonder Weapon blueprints that you can buy as well. That's all pretty cool. I have to say, all three of these bundles, as much as I think the cosmetics are overpriced, all three of these bundles do look very, very cool. I'm glad I've been saving my COD points for a while. And then there's some other incoming ones. That is disgusting. That is properly horrible. But those are a little bit more like normal. A little bit less interesting. And I think that's everything. So if you've enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of all of this in the comments. And I'll be back streaming again tomorrow morning, of course, like I always am. But also on Friday night at about 7 PM UK time, so 7 PM GMT, we're going to be running a special community night on the channel. So I'll be streaming it on YouTube and on Twitch. And if you want to come join it, I think we're going to be giving priority to members and people who have subbed on Twitch, but people are going to be able to come in and we'll just play a bunch of custom multiplayer games, a bunch of private games, do some silly things, you know, like everyone just has to use throwing axes or everyone has to use sniper rifles or something like that. We'll just be having a bit of a laugh. So make sure you join in. That's on Friday, this Friday, so tomorrow now at 7 PM GMT. I'll see you there. Goodbye.